first question. So, hello YouTube, I'm here with Luis and Julie for another English immersion. Today's topic is digital bonds, loyalty, and trust. So, can we trust in people and make friendships in this digital world? So, it's one possible question, but let's start with the first question and with you, Luis. I will read and you answer, please. So, do you believe that a digital friend have you have never met in person can be as reliable as someone you see every day? You think that it's the same thing for talking about trust? You're muted.
Oh, sorry, guys. Yes, I think that's totally possible. I do believe in this because, uh, in one hand, I am totally analog guy. Not a total. I do prefer analog ways, analog path. Nowadays, impossible not to meet people on digital world. So I believe I have a good examples here in Talk and Talk as well.
That's
Uh,
true.
like Julie and you, Rafael, because I talked to Julie before, and Julie is a very friendly person. And yes, I think that's totally possible, and we need to work on this, because we are real people on the other side of the screen, and we have a real
That's true.
struggles, we have a real approach. So you need to be kind in a world that we have a lack of a kindness more and more, so I think it's totally possible, and you need to fight for for ensure uh in every space possible to create safe places for human relationships. Is this?
Very good, very good. I totally agree with you, Luis. I was wondering here if I totally believe that I do believe that it's possible. Be as reliable as in someone that you see every day. But my question would be even more if the barriers are the same. If the to trust someone that you know only in the digital world and the person that you've been seeing and every single day. If the barriers are different, I don't know. But let's think about it and listen to you, Julie. So, what do you think about the first question?
Yes, I believe a digital friend can be reliable if there is constant communication, honesty, and the mutual support.
Very
Trust
good.
is built through actions, not physical presence.
No, no, I totally agree with you. I think, and especially right now, because this physical thing, it's kind of important. I think that for me it would be difficult. For example, really make a friendship with you guys if I didn't could if I couldn't see you. But nowadays we can even see each other, and this humanity that Luis mentioned, we really can see it. So I do believe that it's possible too. Julie, could you read and answer the second question, please?
In your opinion, does social media make it easier to maintain
Hmm.
friendships, or does it create a false sense of connection?
Complicated, this one. Especially for you that is living in Portugal, Julie. What do you think about it?
Eu não entendi, desculpa.
I said that I asked you to answer the second question because you have been living in Portugal, so outside of Brazil, and I imagine
Yes,
that you have a lot of friends that you can just maintain using the social media or things like that. So, what's your opinion about the second question?
social media make it easier to stay in touch, but it can also create a false sense of closeness if interaction are superficial.
Yeah,
Depende
I
também, né?
understand.
Depende.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. I think that there is no just one side of this thing. For me, it's for sure that it's easier to maintain friendships, but as you said, it have to be a friendship, and which implies that you have a real connection, that you ask each other, that we are honest, that we really have. Want to be a friend with this person. So otherwise, we just think that okay, we are in touch, as you said, but you never ask, oh, how are you? What is happening in your life? That problem that you had at the past, it's solved, or you know something really real, that you're trying to be a friend. And I think that it's the same thing in the physical world, so not just for the digital and or in social medias in general. But
Eu tenho um amigo, I have a friend. Eu tenho um amigo
yeah.
que eu conheci estudando o SAP. Então a gente participa de workshops, de algum. E eu conheci ele, não conheci pessoalmente ele, a gente se fala bastante. Ele me apresentou o TalkNtalk, ele me incentiva a falar inglês. E a gente nunca
Que
se viu
legal.
pessoalmente, é muito interessante, assim. Às vezes passa alguns links de
Oh.
curso, tem vagas abertas. Então é muito interessante, eu construí uma amizade bacana e foi pela internet. A gente não se conhece pessoalmente ainda.
Nossa, muito bom. That, you are a proof that it's real and that it's possible, create these connections. And nowadays, people, traveling the entire world to know their, soul love. So it's something that is real. That is totally real. Good to hear your experience, Julie. And thank you for your friend that presented you Talk and Talk. Now you are here with us. That's good. Luis, what do you think about it? The second question.
Well, I am a great, I'm a big upside. I'm from the upside side from the social media, but I think that you can. It's possible. For instance, when I start to exchange ideas with some musicians or people who like to record yourselves in your rooms. I think when you know people have when you have the opportunity to know people with the same goals as you, I think that this can be a possible way. And the social media, because I think the poison in social media is the act of faking life. But when you're honest with yourself and you're, for instance, I love music, for instance, and I don't want to share a small piece of a guitar practice, for instance, and someone in Japan can and you can like a guy from a distant place from you, and you can share uh, ideas, you can share approaches, and I think that for the, is a way. In another hand, you have your old friends, you have friends and you have people that she has the same values and goals that you have. So I think this can be okay, but in another way can be in another other hand, it can be a totally confusion, something like that.
No, I understand what you're saying because things that you said, I totally agree. But I think that's something specific on social media, not in digital world. For example, what we are having here, we're having a real conversation, deep conversation. Talking about our feelings, really have a communication. But the problem is social media nowadays. People will have the illusion that they are, maintaining or even creating a friendship just liking, oh, you post something. I think that is something positive, but that's not a communication, and then I cannot believe that I have a friend that I don't talk to him, or her. So I think that's the point of social media. People are there, or even on WhatsApp, for example. I really like to do, and I know that's not true, but some of my friends I don't talk to then, in private message or even on the group. I'm just there in the groups, and I say nothing, or I just like when someone says something, or it's not a real maintain a friendship. I think that it's something because we keep it in touch, but maintain a relationship. It's something that requires more. Requires energy. Requires really want to understand what has happened and what this person thinks, sharing things and receiving feedbacks, receiving criticism, receiving Uh, uh, how to say it, elogios. I forgot to say how to say it too. So this is important. Luis, could you read and answer the next one? This one was not made by me, just to say it, because but let's do it.
Okay, question number 3. How do you feel when a close friend likes a post from someone who's treated you badly in the past? Uh, well, I think it's important to always discuss, for instance, not about, for instance, this happened a lot with me. I'm not the guy, I'm not a cop about ideas about everyone, but when I saw something very, 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 well, well, to be more explicit for this as well, I came from people who came from arts. And when sometimes you see someone, for instance, liking war things, you need to talk. It's not a
I
policy.
understand.
It's not to try to control. But I think sometimes you need to be there. For instance, because you need to. Nowadays, so crazy. You need to talk about a lot of things that's happening today to avoid something bad in the future, something like that.
Yeah, and I don't know if I got it, but you gave us an example that, for example, one of your friends like some content about war that you totally disagree, and you think that it's something important to talk to this friend to understand why you're doing it. But can you explain better, so even
Yeah,
more, please?
yes, because when you have a lot of friends who are related to arts, when you are trying to make arts kind of things, you are very close to the truth. So
Hmm.
when you see close friends you liking, not for instance, in the question here we have the example of someone who treated you bad in the past. Well, but we can think about how our world is what is happening in our world today. That's a lot
Sorry.
of bad things that's happening now. And when you have a close friend that you have a opportunity to talk very open, I think I think that's important to try to discuss at least. So for instance, I have a friend who like, for instance, bombing seats, and you try to understand the reason, because it's not cool, that kind of things.
No, I understand, and I totally agree with you. I think that it's something that I've been changing a lot on this subject because before I used to be someone that that not touch that not want to disturb or want to have an argue with someone. So I had avoid a lot of things, and I think that it's not a good attitude. A friend, a real friend, or at least the best ones, really say when we disagree or say what is happening that you disagree. It doesn't mean that I will impose my own, vision, but at least if I'm a friend of you, I will say to you all, though, this is happened. Why you're doing this? I don't like it. try to be polite at maximum and be empathic, but say things when you think that is something really, really important. That's true, and try to be the influencer for your friends. It's something that you have to do in life, because and be influenced by them. I want to be surrounded by people that I want to be influenced by them, and I want to influence them too. And I know that they appreciate me in a sense that they want to listen to me, my opinion. So I totally agree with you. I'm totally related to what you said. Julie, and what about you? What do you think about this question number 3? Have you ever passed some situation like that? Go ahead.
I might feel a little hurt at first, but I would try to understand that my friend may not see the situation the same way I do.
Interesting. Yeah. See that, and this is something that is really real, especially in this kind of situation here. Maybe that you have a dispute with someone. Uh, it's hard, or something that happens a lot. People that broke up, couples, and other persons still in contact. People that were your friend, but it's the friend of this person too. It's so hard to understand that it's happened. Of course, it depends of the situation, depends of a lot of factors. But trying to understand exactly what you said, that they don't see and they didn't experience this the same thing that you did. So it's really, really important. Julie, could you read and answer the next question, please?
Number 4.
Yes. Now, hypothesis. Go.
If you
Sorry.
had to choose between a friend who is always brutally honest and the one who is always kind but hides the truth, which would you pick? I would choose the honest friend, as long as the honest come with respect and the empathy, trust help us grow.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's the point, if it's a kind of thing that, as you said, it's different between, be honest and be rude. The point is, the question say that brutally honest. I don't know. It seems that someone that really don't know. Want to impose their vision without, and be unpolite, be intrusive, and no, and as a consequence, be not respectful. So it's really. But between the both, even if this person is not so respectful, I prefer the first one, because the second one, it's someone that just pretend and be your friend, and he is not. So interesting. Julie, let's keep with you the question number 5. So, do you think that the number of friends of a person has on social media is a sign of their actual social success?
No, I believe quality matters more
Good point.
than quantity. A few meaningful friendships are more valuable than many superficial ones.
Totally agree with you in this sense. But that's the point, what is success again? Because if it's success in the sense of a social success is being rich, being famous, maybe these numbers matters more than this friendship quality. But totally agree with you. What is social success to me? It's exactly what you said. Have someone. Good friends that we can rely on, that we can, be yourself, that we enjoy, that you have the same, well, not just values, but do you like it the same things? That you have a good moment, that you feel good when you are with this, when you are with this person. It's more important to me. To me, this is a social success. What about you, Luis? We are on the question number 5, and if you want to say something about the question number 4, go ahead too.
No, let's stay on the question number 5. Do you
Good.
think that the number of friends of a person has on social media is a sign of their actual social success? I think that for this is a main rule for nowadays, you know. I think that this works, but not in real life, you know, because it's very common you realize that a lot of people who has millions, thousands, and millions of followers on Instagram sharing that sometimes they feel they have the feeling of emptiness. So, well, I think
That's
that's
true.
this is a metric for nowadays, but in real life, I think that is not I think that's impossible. You feel totally filling up like just with numbers on the digital world. You know, I think about real connection is more important. It's very important when you have a friend that call you for to make to make bad decisions, you know. And I
That's
think this is
good.
more important than 10,000 followers, you know. This is more important. A call in the middle of the day invite you for bad decisions. I think this is more
That's good.
important, you know.
I totally believe, I'm totally related to it. And what you said made me think. Recently, I read something in English. I was just practicing English here, and it was related about celebrities and the famous, and how these people usually have this feeling that you said, of emptiness, or they feel lonely, alone. And it's something really, really common. So we have a millions of followers, but you feel alone. It's this loneliness. It's something really, really real for famous people, because they cannot trust people. People are just saying good things to them. If they go out, they cannot even have a simple life. Go to a restaurant, because people are trying to take pictures, have an autograph, things like that. So it's complicated. Sometimes what can seems a social success, it's really a kind of a prison. It's hard to say it a prison, because that's a real prison. It's not something that we can compare with it, but a kind of a prison in the sense that this person has a lot, all the things that in the world, but material talking, but they don't have simple things, and they don't have someone to try to trust, to make a real company, to be a friend. So it's sad. Guys, let's move on for the next question. Let's start with you, Julie. So question number 6 is it better to end a friendship that has become toxic, or to try to fix it because of the many years you spent together? This is something that happens a lot, I think. And I would like to hear from you, Julie.
If the friendship is harmful and there is not mutual effort to improve, it may be healthier to let it go. Emotional well-being should come first.
Totally agree with you, especially if you say that it's toxic. When you use this word, that for instance, nowadays people use a lot, and I don't like it, because they are using for everything. Oh, toxic, everything is toxic. So well, I think that is something important to recognize toxic relationships. But when it is toxic, sometimes we are just different. Someone that you know when we were a child, and nowadays you think you are totally different. You don't have things in common, and in this situation, I think it's harder to understand what to do. For me, it's not a case to break up a relationship necessarily, but a friendship, but just to understand the distance, the perfect distance that we want to have with this person. In this case, in some case, but in others, when it's toxic or you're just totally different, it's better to let it go, in my opinion. What do you think, Luis?
I agree with you guys. I think sometimes you need to pause to make a pause in our uh, friendship sometimes because ages and stages. I think is sometimes I can be on the wrong side and didn't realize. Sometimes it can happen to me. Because but sometimes you are blind for sometimes. And this can happen if your friends that's from well, all my friends came from high school, and sometimes we realize that we are thinking different, so that's okay. But you have your personal limits. For instance,
Understand?
uh, I have my limits, I have my boundaries, and sometimes you need to pause with this relationship and wish for life. Bring our friends in the future, but sometimes we are in different stages of our lives, you know, because sometimes someone starts to a lot of possibilities can happen with your friends if you as well, So sometimes it's important to pause, but not end, because a friendship is a important thing in our lives, in our because in our everyday activity as well, and sometimes just a pause and wait for the best in the future.
That's good. But I have a question for you, Luis, because you said that in some cases it's just pause this friendship. But how to do it? How to pause a friendship? It's ghosting. It's having a conversation saying that you need a time. How to do it?
I think it's very natural because those this kind of situation is not so is not so it's not a match, not mathematics, because sometimes you realize that the situation is becoming more and more and more unacceptable, I think.
Mm.
So sometimes you need to explain, well, you are my friend, but I don't agree with you, you know, and I think the thing starts to be more easy, natural, this lost the touch, you're lost in your the calls,
Mm.
I think it's, at least for me, works in this situation, and
I understood better what you were saying. What you mean by polls. I agree with you. It's something that just happened. Don't have some. It's what I call friendship frequency. Frequency. I don't know. At the past, I heard it and I started to think, no, that's true. I have some friends that it's always good to see them, but. We don't see each other too much, and we could find this perfect distance that when we are together, we appreciate this moment, and that's it. So that's another thing too, or some friendships that we were really close in a moment, and after we realized that we were different people, but and it's true. It's something that can go in or out, and that's good. Julie, let's go with you. The next question, please. Could you read it and answer?
Question seven.
Yes.
How has the way you chose your friends changed from your childhood to your adult life?
Mm.
As a child, I chose friends based on proximity and shared activities. As an adult, I value emotional maturity, trust, and shared values more.
Interesting. Yeah, yeah. I think that it can be my case too. What is sad, but I'm not true. I think that was a friend and even now, it just happens. For me, it's more a natural process, as we said, than really something that I think about it. It's just more a feeling, and it used to be like that when I was a child, and it remains the same thing. So it was like that, and it remains the same thing. What about you, Luis? You can figure out better the difference between the way that you used to make friends and the way that you do it right now.
Yes, yes, yes. But I think that the core of the thing is the same, you know.
Mm,
Uh, it's very simple for me, you know. Love the same things and hate the same things. No, for
that's
me,
good.
always this. You know, if you, I think this is more easy to be open. You know, you because
Mhm.
it's very important to live your life with an open heart. You know, when you have supportive friends that understand you, but not your friends your friends not full time will understand you. You know, but
Yeah.
I think it's this. So when you have this direction of love the same things and hate the same things, uh, it's uh, it's very important to me. You know.
It's the same here, but you didn't mention the differences. You talk about what it's equal and similar, and
Ah,
probably the most important thing. But do you see difference, or if you don't see, it's not a problem. For me, it's not clear in my life.
I
Yeah,
think
between the past and right now.
I think I can realize very clearly the difference because my friends they are almost the same from the high school. You know,
Mm.
my close friends. For instance, my wife, I knew her on the high school. You know,
Ah, that's
she,
amazing.
yes, 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 and
Love story.
well, we grew. Well, me and my friends, we grew up in a very punk rock and hardcore scene in music. And this is our values to today, more or less, you know, because everyone now is 100% capitalist guys, and almost midlife, mid-age crisis, these kind of things, you know. And but the core is still there, you know.
I
Uh,
understand what I'm saying.
strange kids, no. So
That's good. That's good. That's good. So let's move on for the next question. So again, hypothesis always to try this grammar structure. So I will read it and would like you to answer, Luis. Let's keep it with you. So if you could tell your best friend one thing that you have been hiding to protect them, would you do it now? Mm.
yes, 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 yes. And I was in that situation a lot,
Mm.
not a lot of times. I think twice, these kind of things, because you know your friends. You know, sometimes you have a close relationship with your friends is is almost a brother. You know, so for instance, yeah, I can't tell you on YouTube this kind of situation, you know, but
No,
it's
no, I
happened.
understand what you're saying. Yeah, no, that doesn't. That's okay. That's okay. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, interesting, interesting. It's the same to me. I think that it's important to. It's always a Sophie's choice, because you don't want to hurt people, but sometimes you want to be, it's not honest the word. It's more, just say then what you know, what you. It's so it's. it is always difficult, and I think in this kind of situation, I try to think more about how the person would not how, but yeah, exactly how this person would be would do in my position, what they like and what they would prefer. I think that it's the key question to solve this problem. Maybe it doesn't mean that it easy, but it's something that I think about. Well, what about you, Julie? The question number 8.
8. Yes, I would tell them in a gentle and thoughtful way through friendship is built on honesty and the transparency.
Good, good. You are someone that you direct your say what your yeah you know. Let's say yeah, that's a good approach too. I think that is not necessarily wrong or right in the for all situations. I think that depends on the situation, but for me, I think the most part of case I would tell them to it's the same thing. That's good. Julie, could you read and answer the question number 9, please?
9, né?
Yes.
Do you believe that jealousy between friends is a natural feeling or a thing that the bond is not healthy?
Jealousy. That's an interesting topic.
Jealousy can be natural sometimes, but if it becomes constant or competitive, it may indicate an unhealthy relationship.
Yeah, I agree with you, but for me, I have to say that I cannot understand. So I'm not a jealous guy in general. I think so. Especially in a friendship, or I cannot see so much space for jealousy. So for me, it's hard. I've never experienced or noticed at least that it happened to me in my friendships, but when I can see it a little bit, I don't like it, honestly. I don't know if I've been doing it in my life. I don't think so. But for me, it's hard, and it can be. Usually, I understand it as a sign of that the bond is not healthy. That it's something that it's not good. What do you think, Luis, about it?
I think that's natural. I think that's a normal approach between friends. At least with my close friends. We don't like
Mhm.
to see that our friends. It was very very funny because when we were teenagers, when my one of closer friends started to date a girl, everyone become started to be so upset with him, and it was very funny situation, and everyone become, oh, he has a girlfriend, he don't like us more, now
And
he
it's it.
now he cut his hair and this kind of things. And it was
Very good.
a very funny situation in the past. And
He's not the
now
same. He changed it a
he
lot.
don't like to spend his weekends play video game with us, and so
No, but in this case, I don't think that it's just jealousy. It's just that the person changed it. I think that it's different, the situation. I agree with you.
yes, yes.
But it's a mix. There are the both. That it's a kind of a jealousy for sure, and the second hand, I think that it's you changed this kind of person that changed completely when they started a relationship. It's for me, it's unbelievable. I cannot understand. For me, it's natural to change a little bit because people change and have to accept it. But totally cut. In this example, how he cut his hair, it was amazing. I could imagine it someone changing, the clothes, the way to wear, a lot of things.
Yes, and a few times later, this happened to me because I started to date as well, and I did the same thing, you
It
know.
was your turn.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I like it, Luis. Uh, Julie, what do you think about this question?
And question 10, which one?
Yeah. I think no. You already answered the jealousy. That's true. So
Sim,
the
sim,
question
já.
number 10, Julie. Yeah. 10.
What is the most important quality a person must have to be considered part of our inner cycle? The most important quality is loyalty. I value people who are constant, supportive, and present in both good and the difficult times.
This is true. I agree with you. The last part that you said, I truly believe it. Uh, I think that I'm not saying that it's easy, but it's at least easier be with someone when everything is good, when this person is totally, uh, well, fine with money, happy, etc. But I think that unfortunately in my life I could see people. Not unfortunately, in this case, fortunately, I could see that I had very good friends, people that I didn't know that were my friends when I was, not good, when the bad things happened to me, and the people that I didn't know that really were my friends, I could realize that they were. So it was for me a kind of I discovered new friends, not new friends. I knew that they were my friends, but I discovered that they were very good friends that I want to, be in contact, be together, for the rest of my life. So that's interesting. And what about you, Luis? Do you have this answer? Easier? It's easy to you to answer this question.
Yes, it's very easy and simple. I totally agree about Julie said before. Very, very good words. And we are I am the same page with Julie. And for me, I would like to add just 3 points.
Hmm.
Be kind, uh, and 2 points. Be kind and be real. You know, for me is this,
No, I understand. Yeah, I have this impression too. This kind of be kind. It's something really important to me, even if it's something that it's different from the to people from another. No, de uma pessoa para outra. I don't know how to say it. From one person to another. But what is be kind? It's different. But for me, it's really important to this idea that I really like to say that this is a nice person. But what is nice? I don't know. That for me, this is really, really important. I just feel, I know there are some actions that I say, oh, this person is nice. Is a really a kind and nice person. For me, it's one of the most important thing too, for sure. Guys, we finished our questions here. So what I will do right now? I will just stop to broadcast on YouTube and have our conversation with you to ask you if everything was good here. So YouTube, bye bye. Thank you for your audience, even if you know